Igor Figueiredo to break off in this World Seniors final. And great to be alongside the 1980 world champion Cliff Thorburn, and of course the first man ever to make a maximum at the Crucible.
Well, that was quite a while ago, John, but yeah, this is a nice entrance for the players, and the break-off shot, and off we go. But yeah, it's great to be here, and the seniors can play, John. They've come up another level with the back-to-back centuries yesterday from Igor.
Oh, that was something special from Igor yesterday, and Ken will be aware of that. And it'll be interesting to see if he has a game plan just to quiet the Brazilian down. But boy, he was scintillating in that semi-final yesterday against Tony Drago. Well, thought the long pot was too risky. It's okay, just a containing safety, but gained no advantage from that. Yeah, and it was his shot time that was impressing me, Cliff. You know, we've still got the 30-second shot clock, remember?
Yeah, I don't know how many times that or did he actually go down to the last few seconds? Maybe not even once.
Maybe once. Oh, well, that's a mistake from Ken. The one thing you've got to do when you're playing safe, okay, you want to get the cue ball near a cushion, but you've got to be wary of where the object ball's going. That was a bad error from Ken.
Yeah, that is the most important ball. Obviously, nice to get the white safe down in bog when you're playing a shot like that. But to actually leave the ball over the pocket, so a little bit careless. But sometimes these things happen. Just a nudge here, a nudge there. But now Igor in what for him would be a nice situation here.
I think we've seen from the shot from Ken and that one from Igor, just first frame nerves. Understandable. So I'll let off for Ken.
Not taking a red on there because of the difficulty of getting onto the color with the black and pink not able to go into the right end, black pockets.
That was a very good shot from Igor. And that has impressed me as well, Cliff. He's not just a potter break builder, he's got an all-round game.
Yes, well, with all the players that he's played in the last 10 or 12 years, and there's been some great ones out there, obviously you have to have a good safe game as well as an attacking game. But, yeah, you've got to have something to fall back on. But just when Igor played that shot just to bring the red back down, it just seemed like that was like more of like a putting stroke kind of a shot, you know, like his body went with the actual stroking of the cue. He's got a good touch for a big man, and of course is there anybody more powerful in the game for potting difficult shots and bringing the cue ball back long distances?
Well, can get past the green. He must be able to. And he could. He had to play it with a little bit of left-hand side, I feel, and that's why he's checked it. And the last thing you need is that cue ball tight under the side cushion. Makes this green, if he takes it on, very missable. So that's a lovely pot. I think this red just above the black, thin, but it's cuttable. looked as though it was going to be a good kiss on the brown, but, well, can he cut it back in the pocket? Probably not. He's got an easy snooker, I know that.
Normal. And Doherty 5.
Yes, looks like he's snookered on all of the balls. Or can he just get by the pink there? Looks like it. This would be a thin one.
Wow, a miss.
Well, we'll score in our referee's call miss, but I doubt very much whether Ken will take it. He's got this red on the left-hand side of the table, left corner, and the black's available. So if he knocks this in, it'd be a good chance.
1.
Yeah, just rolled that one in nicely. Nice angle on the black. I just noticed that today, just watching Ken practice, and it's almost like you don't even follow through on shots like this, or the last
9.
you know, even the black or the first red that he potted. But this is well, it's all touch now, isn't it? Just like golf, and it really is a field game more now than ever before.
Yeah, and I think you relish opportunities like this.
16.
Just gets you comfortable, pot a few balls, get the cue arm going, settle in, so to speak.
17.
And it is, and always looked like being, a very good scoring opportunity. This final, best of 9, which means first to 5. There'll be an interval after the 4th frame. So Ken has obviously spotted something. I'm not certain. Can he get through to this red on the left-hand side of the table, or is there a
20
plant there? He's looking at the plant. It's got to be made slightly, but doesn't look too difficult, and he can play for the black. Yeah, nicely played. Well spotted. It's okay. He's not hampered by the red. That's the only thing you'd have been concerned about.
32.
Black looks pretty straight. Oh, he got to the he got to cut it a bit more than what I thought there, but
39.
if I said nicely on the red, it might not be here. He might have to worry about the red that's on the cushion, or very close to the cushion beside the one he's going to pot now. Yeah, drawing past that one. I thought maybe that that angle might be a little bit too wide for him to stay on the pink there, but he's nicely on the pink. And if you're a professional and you don't like these shots, well, you're in the wrong business.
Well,
that's unlucky, but a plant.
Well, absolutely. I was just going to say, it looks as though these are lined up.
Yeah, 46.
And there you see it. And if this goes in, this could be the frame winner. And in it goes,
47.
and nicely on the black. So Igor, we've not had a chance to see much of him. And that's snooker. The other man's at the table, you can only watch. But this is just the start that Ken would have been looking for. This will fill him full of confidence.
$55.
This frame now well and truly over.
62.
Question is, can Ken make a century break? That'd be a lovely start to this match.
63.
Yeah, as I say, Ken just happy to get this first frame under his belt, but
68.
until he played the blue, he had a chance of getting the high break here, which is
69.
held by Igor Figueiredo, 119, but he can only equal it now. But he'd need blacks off these remaining two reds.
76. 77.
Played it beautifully.
84.
Can he get to the black?
Oh, 85.
Just. And he couldn't get on the black. This is where as we watched this red, it hit the jaw, but fortunately the pace was slow enough to let gravity take over. This is where the shot comes in. This is where you've got to get a move on when you get the cue with the extension and the rest. Gets in, yes, lovely. Oh, what a start to the final. The icing on the cake, Ken,
91.
will be to make that century.
Thanks.
Good start, Cliff. Bit underscrewed that cue ball, so a tricky green now.
But playing at such a nice pace too.
Where's the cue ball going?
96.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. What a start from Ken Doherty. And you can see the puff of the cheeks. Just what he wanted. Well, the blue hasn't gone in, but it's certainly laid down a marker for Igor Figueiredo. Ken Doherty is in good touch, and he leads 1-0. Another bad break off there from Ken. Well, decided to take that on, and well, he goes back scratching his head as well he might. He left Ken. Well, nice easy starter. Gift wrapped.
1.
Yeah, the balls are placed very well to maintain position, and at some point it'll be easy for him to have an angle to break the pack out at some point, probably after at least a couple of reds here. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of work to do just at the moment. But has to go into the pack though, and within the next few shots.
I always think that is a bonus for a player. When the pink won't go on its own spot,
Thank you.
it goes
7.
at the bottom of the pack. So if you do get good on the blue, you've got a clear run into the reds rather than the pink sort of being a bit of a blocker.
Yeah, that's very true, John.
Anyway, he's wrong side the blue, but the red in the ball can end will come to his rescue. But as Cliff said, sooner rather than later, he'll be trying to go into that cluster with lots of pace.
He's almost in a spot where he could just leave himself a half ball, yellow or green. But of course, the blue looked pretty easy to get on there. But yeah, here's a shot that this is a snooker 101 shot. This one here. This is a stock shot.
Foul. Ken Doherty 14. Igor Figueiredo 5.
Well, the problem there for Ken was he didn't get in the middle of the cluster. Well, welcome back, just as you see Igor Figueiredo knocking that lovely long red.
Ping ball.
So this is his real first chance of the match. Ken was in, played this blue, trying to open the cluster, and where's the cue ball going in the corner pocket? He just didn't catch him full enough. So he saw the long red that Igor knocked in. And Ken, well, marvellous start, but as I say, first chance that Igor's had in this match. And an important visit, this, Cliff.
Well, he sure wants to be at the table for a while here, but he'll need to finish on a red here, potting the black. It's got a nice touch, John. Just that soft little screw shot that we never played
15.
those in our day. It just seemed like we had to hit them a little bit firmer. But you've got to have a good touch to play with these balls and cloth. He's got
16.
so much in reserve for the power shots, but he can just play tic-tac-toe kind of a game here at the moment. But this is just to let you see just how dangerous that he can be. And that was just effortless.
He's worked out well. I say worked out well. He's got a red, but can he get easily on the colour? That's the main thing. If he can, this is a great chance. This is the key shot, though. Pot the red, got to get on a colour. He's got it. Now the reds are open. He doesn't have to play any more cannons. Well, there's Igor's wife, Camilla, and there's a face you all know, Jeremy Vine, who's come down today to watch the snooker. Well, I'm sure he'll be impressed in what he's seen so far.
$35. $36.
Well, at the moment, the positional play is inch perfect. And when you consider what an occasion this is for Igor, he's certainly something put him off, and if that happens, get up. But as I say, you got to watch the shot clock. points to lead.
40.
As I say, all the reds he needs in the open. Just got to keep control of that cue ball. And so far,
44.
so good. And there you go, that's the wonderful Crucible Theatre. And very well supported this afternoon. And when you consider, Cliff, he sat out all the first frame, never had a chance. This is very impressive.
Yeah, you know, it's like he's just come off the practice table. But well, this is where the practice pays off. That it's almost like you're
52.
playing with your subconscious. Just you know, like there's no thought process. I find too that when I used to get to you know, the semis or final of a tournament, it was so almost like I was numb at the, you know, at that stage, John, just because I was practicing and playing that much that my nerves didn't come into play. It's been, you know, the first round,
57.
best of fives and so, but yeah, this fellow's ready to, you know, to be successful. Well, he is already, obviously, but.
50.
Yeah, right in the heart of the pocket. So just this pink to get to snooker's required. Yeah, very impressed. Ken laid down the mark with the first frame. Igor's putting one down of his own now.
64. 65.
Just lost the cue ball for the first time. A bit closer to the cushion than he needed to be. So just got to do a little bit of work with the cue ball. As you see, striking down. Well, he got it, and he's lifted the red off the cushion. And I was just thinking to myself, Cliff, the last two frames in the semi-final, beating Tony Drago, he made 2 centuries. If he gets one, that'll be 3 frames, 3 centuries. Oh, well, sorry, Igor, must have been commentator's curse, but what a wonderful contribution that was. And he's right back in it. We're all square, 1 apiece.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. The third frame, Igor Figueiredo to break.
Well, welcome back. Igor Figueiredo getting the third frame underway. Very impressive he was in the last frame.
Yeah, good break off there by Igor.
I'll tell you what impressed me, Cliff, the last frame was how calm and relaxed he looks. You know, it's a big day for Igor. Well, the biggest day of his snooker career, no doubt, but he looks so relaxed.
Yeah, he does. Very calm. And, just that shot there alone, I mean, that's one of the most difficult shots on the table, and he just rolled that one in. Now, of course, he's going to play a shot to draw the cue ball into the pack, which means he really feels good. Yeah, that's just a lovely shot. You don't see that played with a lot of calmness. I mean, I can name a few players that would just get down and shoot it or pot it like that, and so simple style.
Nine.
Yeah, and this time, he's better on the black. There's 1 loose red, maybe 2, but you can't refuse this opportunity to go into the cluster. In fact, if he can just miss the red immediately above the black and cannon the red to the left of it, it should be good. Just flick the red immediately above the black, and at first glance, he's on nothing. He just needed to
16.
get by that red that he made first contact with. Can't see a pot, only a safety. Well, there's another plant. Well, if he takes this on, it's risky. This is not straightforward. No, that was risky.
Igor Figueiredo, 16.
But maybe he played it in such a way, he thought it was a shot for nothing, but dangerous. What's he left? Yeah, nice shot from Ken. Now then, you'd think there are a few loose reds, but you need pinpoint position. Shot is pot the blue, cannon into the pink. He's digging down slightly, so don't take your eyes off the pot.
Ooh, he
Doherty
shot
won.
that one a little bit quick. Obviously, he had to go into the pack. There were no balls, no reds were going to the right-hand side. But yeah, he did actually shoot that one quite quickly. And Igor is hampered here, so he has to make a good shot here, though. He's making the game look simple in many areas here. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, and that type of shot, particularly if you play it with pace. And he always looks very good when he's in and around the black spot area. This red, a little bit tricky. It's not straightforward, but nice position on the black, and it's another good chance.
Eight.
Yeah, he doesn't have a very long cue action when he's in close to the balls around the pink and black, which I've always thought is a good way to play the game. You're not playing the violin kind of a thing, but you can still have enough power by
15.
bringing the cue back, maybe at the most 3 or 4 inches. But he looks good. Holy smokes! And I hope that's not the kiss here.
16.
I think well, with what we've seen so far, John, looks like they're both thinking about clearing up when given the opportunity, and that's that means that we're in store for a great match here.
Yeah, and once again, what a delightful little shot that was.
23.
Little screw back, and as we've said many times, when he plays with little screw backs, no effort.
24.
Yeah, just a bit short of pace there. He can't play for the
31.
black. The pink's out of commission. So he'll have to play for blue or bought colour. But because he's now going away from the reds, he needs a good angle on the colour. It's imperative.
32.
Well, he's decided to leave himself this tricky black. So he's obviously full of confidence. He's going to have to play the cannon. So he's building up for this one. He's going to have to play this black with a little bit of pace and run that cue ball into the cluster. And that was the problem. But he was confident enough to leave himself the black.
Touching ball.
But when you're playing with pace, you've got to be a little bit more accurate.
One.
So Ken Doherty gets the chance to reply. Came to the table. 47 points behind. Plenty of points on. And the balls aren't too badly situated. Obviously, the red near the right-hand side cushion. That's going to be a problem. But when you're in these situations, don't let it blur your vision. Get back in the frame, points-wise.
Yeah, Ken just playing on the one loose red there, going to the other side of the table, and looks like he might be able to pick these off by using the same route back and forth. Well, he got one out and put one closer to the side cushion, but open up a red in behind the pink and see if it's going to be easy to get on that. It's, well, in both pockets.
No.
Not the one I thought that he was going to play on there. Another reason why, we're in here and he's down there.
Yeah, I think to play for the red just below the pink, you'd have had to play the shot with right-hand side. Use play with side at your peril. He's not perfect on this red. Tricky shot with the rest. Played it well. Now needs to stop short of the baulk line. Needs to stop short of the baulk line. He's overhit it. I think he's only got a snooker as an option now.
And Doherty, 25.
Well, he leaves the table. 22 points in arrears, but Igor in trouble. Oh, good hit. Good hit, but this will give Ken an opportunity to remove the only difficult ball on the table into the middle, and if he can get a good safety, come snooker, he could become the new favourite.
Thank you.
Well, it's okay, it's a good length, but this red immediately below the pink does pot to the right corner. Shouldn't have left him any chance of a pot. And he's got it. Oh, not the best of kisses on the yellow. So he's not on a colour. So Ken will be coming back to the table. As we see that red go in, just playing the snooker here.
Igor Figueiredo, 1.
When I was coming towards the end of my career, I didn't like those shots, those long roll-up shots there. Didn't like them at all.
So it's Ken needs to hit this and get it safe.
Oh, no miss. Yeah, oh, no miss. Igor Figueiredo.
Leo Scullion saying Ken hit the pink first. It's called a miss. Igor, let's have a close look. Was it pink first? Yes, just. Hey, that's why he didn't take the miss. Well, he's not the best kiss there. 30 points to lead. Another snooker, is it?
Igor Figueiredo, 1.
Yeah. So Ken with the same problem as the last one. It's not so much hitting the red now. Can he get it safe? Because his opponent only needs the red. Got to hit it, got to get it safe. Hit it, left it. So this red will put him 31 points in front with just 27 remaining.
1. 6. Eight. Eleven. $15.
Well, Ken Doherty won the first frame of this final with a magnificent century break.
20.
But the way Igor Figueiredo has responded is very impressive.
26.
And he looks at complete at home in these surroundings. Wonderful,
On the frame.
wonderful.
Igor Figueiredo.
Started off the frame with a break of 32, and that 33 just dotted the I's and crossed the T's. So the man from Brazil leads Ken Doherty by 2 frames to 1.
Ken Doherty to break.
Well, welcome back to the Crucible Theatre for the Mr. Vegas World Senior Snooker Championship. And it's Ken Doherty who had that great start with a century break, but the last 2 frames, it's all been about Igor Figueiredo. He's looked very strong, and Ken just looks a little bit edgy in that last frame, I thought. Where's the red running too? Is it going to... Well, is it... I thought it might be possible to the middle, but it's run close enough to the cushion. Just to remind you, best of 9, first to 5, mid-session into after this frame. And I think this is a big one, Cliff, for Ken. Doesn't want to let Igor get too far in front of him.
Yes, I've often thought that in a situation like this, what we see Igor playing safe there, that if you're 2-1 down, best of 9, and it goes to 3-1, then if you're down 3-1, you've got to win 4-1 now. So, you know, it's imperative that you win this frame. I mean, you can still get away with it, but it's a big frame. And Ken has missed a couple of shots that he wouldn't normally miss, but they're, and both of them blues.
Yeah, and that's a disappointing effort. I mean, they're trying to find the baulk cushion. He's just about found the baulk line, and with someone of the potting ability of Igor, that's dangerous. As I say, it's dangerous.
Didn't even touch the sides. Wasn't worried about the cue ball hitting any other balls and not having total control. And just potted the red ball beautifully. And now look at this, a real good opportunity. But the black goes, open reds.
Nine.
Well, he's got it on a string at the moment, and he's a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure.
The other thing that's impressing me, we've mentioned the shot clock, 30 seconds. And we've seen quite a few players during the tournament.
16.
They sort of come to the table and they feel as though they're in a rush. He doesn't look in a rush, does he? He's got a nice pace around the table. And he's still, average shot time, 17 seconds.
$17.
that little 4 or 5 inch extension has really helped the game over the last few
23.
years. And you don't have to use the rest, and you don't have to stretch, and you can still have good control over the handle of the cue.
24.
Yeah, I remember when you first came over, because in England we didn't play with a lot of two-piece cues. You came with a two-piece cue and an extension, and I always used to think, why didn't we think of that?
Yes, that was made by Dufferin Cue, which helped
31.
Snooker in Canada for so long, that sponsoring players and putting up prize money and let's say the Canadian Championship. That's and we'd have it in big venues, and they'd put up 6 tables. So that's all sort of left now, but they were a very integral part of the game in Canada and helped to produce a lot of good players.
Yeah, we certainly,
37.
well, Canada particularly gave the game an international flavour, which every sport needs. Now, big shot coming up here. Just had a quick look at the shot clock, but as I say, it doesn't seem to bother him. Needs a good angle on the black.
40.
I don't think he's going to get one. Well, with this type of shot, you want to stun into the reds. Can he get enough pace? He's a little too straight for that. What's he got in mind? Oh, wonderful shot. Wonderful shot. A delayed screw. He stunned it up and then got the backspin.
47.
He got the cue ball to arc. Clever. Now, can he pot this? Cannon the red to the left of it and beyond the pink. This is impressive. Impressive. Here's the shot. Just watch the cue ball. Went in and then came over. Lovely shot. And what's impressing me, Cliff, and you alluded to before, you get a lot of the modern day players, they always seem to go into the cluster with a lot of pace, don't they? Whereas he's got a nice touch to going in, and he's pinpoint positional play. It's a joy to watch.
Yes, he is pinpoint, that's for sure. But to
54.
actually make the angle that he wider than what it was on that black when he went into the pack was a sight to behold there.
55.
Well, I alluded to at the start of the frame that it was a big one for Ken Doherty. I've got to be honest with you, it's hard to see how he's going to get back to the table. The way Igor's playing and the way the balls are situated.
62.
Yeah, I think Ken's going to be
63.
going back to the practice table, not because he's played poorly, it's just more that he's suffered from inactivity. But this frame isn't over yet either. So. Could be soon, though. 68 break, and I think this might be his game ball.
Yeah, as you'd say, Ken inactivity because Igor's been occupying the table. And of course, that's the thing about snooker. Doesn't matter how good you are, if you're sat in your seat, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, and I think Ken will probably go to the
76.
practice table because he now realises the form that Igor's showing. There's only one way he can win this match, and that's to play well.
77.
Pot. And the fact that it's clear in your mind what you've got to do may help Ken. He's got all the experience, but needs to up his game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You just have to be a little bit more
84.
aggressive. Of course, Ken can do that as well as anybody. But Igor,
85.
Ken's still going to have to worry about his defense as well. But yeah, Ken's it's going to be an all systems go kind of situation.
Yeah, I don't
92.
think for 1 minute it's a time to throw caution to the wind, but now is he going to play this and try and nudge that awkward red away from the cushion? You just know he is. He's playing all the shots. Tight under the cushion across the net, caused the miss, but he'll be pleased having lost the first frame. Well, he's played beautifully, and Ken Doherty in big trouble. Igor Figueiredo goes to the dressing room, mid-session interval, 3-1 a lead. So it's Igor Figueiredo who gets frame 5 underway. Remember, first to 5. Lifts up the World Seniors Trophy. And Ken Doherty, 1997 champion of the world, in a spot of bother. He's got to raise his game, you feel, to turn this around. And I think the most important thing, and something he's not been doing, and he's not done it again, Cliff, he's got to find that baulk cushion.
Yes, you came up with a good point. Just when we were just talking before we started here, was that Ken should mess it up a little bit, in a sense of just throwing in that extra safety shot, knocking the colored safe, because Igor, this is well. Let's see what happens here. And, well, he can't pot everything, can he? But just to make things a bit more difficult for Igor, and Ken's, just struggling a little bit, and not really missing standard shots. He went in off the blue and also missed the blue on the side. So, well, okay, rule number 1, pot the balls. That's what you have to do, and he's got an opportunity here, but. I guess you could almost say that was a surprising miss by Igor there, to be honest with you. Yeah, but here's a nice spot.
Well, we always say when you're behind, you need a little bit of help from your opponent, and Ken got it there, but he's now got to produce, as I say, because I don't think there's any way you can turn this match around just playing average. But the black's available into both corner pockets. A good scoring chance.
$11.
Going back up for the blue, but he's played it nicely. Nice angle on the blue. Don't think there's a need at the moment to play cannons. He's got enough loose reds to build up a substantial lead in this frame. That should be the important thing. Made a century break in the first frame. It seems
17.
a long time ago now, Cliff, doesn't it? Doesn't seem to have been at the table much since. But this is a chance, as I say. But you cannot
17.
miss, particularly when you're at the business end of the table. You miss shots like this, and it's going to cost you, invariably.
One.
So an unexpected chance for Igor. Ken will be so disappointed.
Well, he doesn't want to lose
Eight.
any frames, of course, but losing this frame means he has to win the last 4 in a row. That's going to be a pretty tall order. This isn't over yet, but obviously, I think
9.
Igor got a kick there, but Igor's so good and calm in this kind of situation here that he's not missing shots in here, in this area at all. What a touch.
Yeah, but just overscrew that slightly. He wanted to be straight on this red in the middle pocket. Can he avoid kissing a second red when potting this? Oh, and that was his problem. He took his eye off the pot, because if it had been straight on the red, he wouldn't have had to concern himself with anything but the pot. He was just trying to work out how the cue ball was going to come off the second red, and it caused him to miss. Wasn't easy. You can walk back to your seat. Okay, he might have left a long pot for Igor, but it wasn't easy. Well, certainly not as easy as the last red he missed, Ken, on his last visit. Cries of, "Come on, Ken." I don't think it's particularly because it's a biased audience. They just want to see a match.
One.
Okay, simple shot, but very well struck there.
Now Ken, just having a look at the cluster. I can't see anything that's available, so it's imperative now, in potting this, he gets a good angle. You would think on the blue, to run into the pink and open those reds.
6.
And that's perfect. And the secret of this shot, pot the blue and cannon the pink full in the face, because that will keep the cue ball in the middle of the table. No, it could have been better. He hit the pink perfectly. Hit the pink beautifully, but you always need a little bit of luck. And in fairness, he hasn't now. This is where the shot clock comes in. You haven't got a lot of thinking time. It's coming down to 15 seconds. And he'll be disappointed to have to play safe, but you just got to play the shot that's put in front of you.
Ken Doherty, 11.
And for once, he's nearly found the ball cushion. Got to avoid the pink here. Well, that's not the best shot from Igor.
Yeah, he didn't have any room to slide off the red and go on the inside of the pink and back down the table on the inside of the pink there as well. But anyways, he's played that shot before, just hitting the red dead on, and but now Ken's got what you could call a free safety shot here. But he's found the length again.
Yeah, and it's quite congested down the right-hand side of the table as we look. And if you try to go down the left-hand side, that pink can be a blocker. So it's not a straightforward safety, this, for Igor. Too thin. That's why he's collided with the yellow. Well, you have to say a little bit fortunate for the cue ball to get that far back down the table, because he didn't hit that safety shot well.
Yes, if he hits the yellow dead on, of course, that would be a wonderful opportunity. Now, can Ken pot this red and get around between the pink and the red? Yes, he can, but I think it was more cue ball there than anything. There was all sorts of trouble involved with that one, but getting the cue ball back down the table, he did well.
Well, another weak safety shot. He's playing these weak safety shots the last 2 visits, but he's not leaving anything easy for Ken. Cue ball, having hit the blue, could have stayed in the middle of the table, but it's gone to the side cushion. This is on, but it needs good cueing. Beyond the black, should it go in? And it's a good one. He knew he couldn't get the cue ball far enough away from the cushion to be comfortable on this black, so a bit of pressure on this. But well played.
Yes, a very good shot under extreme pressure. I know that we practice those shots a lot, but still, this has put him right back into this frame. Well, he's ahead by 20 points, but back in the match if he can win this frame.
9.
Sort of slid in the side door, but when you hit them that speed or the favorite speed, they do actually slide in a little bit, John. It does help to play them that way, but it's very risky, of course, because something can happen to the cue ball before it gets to the object ball. And look what's happened here.
Well, another pot that would be very disappointed, overcut the pink. I think, though, he may have just got away with it, unless Igor's tempted by the double.
The John Higgins double.
That's what we'll be calling it from now on. But not there. So Ken, fortunate not to leave an easier chance than that. Ken looking to play safe to the baulk end, but it's imperative if he does, he's got to cover that red that's in that half of the table with the blue. And at the same time, play the pot on the red, so basically thinking it was a shot for nothing. But of course, with the pink over the corner pocket, he always had a colour to go at. It's always the way, isn't it? You run into the reds, you're hoping for a nice easy pot to carry on with, but a little bit of pressure on this. 28 points to lead. If he knocks this in, you feel, and gets on the colour, he should win the frame. So it's all about this red to the far left corner. And it's not there.
And Doherty 7.
In all honesty, it wasn't really that close.
One.
No need to tell you the big problem that Igor will have, and that's the red that's close to the side cushion. Now, will he consider potting this red to try and bring that
8.
one awkward red into play? It's his choice. And he's done it, and he's played it very well indeed. It's all about controlling the cue ball off the red, and now everything's in play. What a chance.
Yes, he's not staying away from any issues that can come up. He went
16.
He went straight for it there and played a nice positional shot off the black to leave himself that angle on the red to get the red off the cushion. But
17.
no, just has to finish on the color nicely, and this frame can be his.
Yeah, and the blue is a good ball to play for. That red that's in the balk end, this side of the baulk line, once he pots the blue, will become available into the far left corner. So the only thing I can think of now is the pressure of the situation. And let's always bear that in mind. This is a big deal
22.
for Igor. Someone from Brazil winning a World Snooker event.
$23. $26. $27.
So that brown puts Igor now 3 points in the lead. Up to and including the blue for 4-1.
$33.
Quick glance at the scoreboard, that will tell him green, brown, blue required. And this can be the only awkward shot really. Pot the green, get nicely on the brown. Doesn't look too difficult. Oh, but there you go, you never know. It's the pressure of the situation. Now can Ken get past the brown? I didn't see that coming. Can he get past the brown to pot the green? 5 points behind. Oh, he couldn't see enough of it. He thought he could try to bend it with a bit of right-hand side. So that miss from Igor, not going to be costly, it doesn't appear. You could say, look at it, get away with it. But a run of the balls is always an advantage for any player. Control that nicely, so he gets another chance. And Camilla, well, she'll be smiling if this brown and blue go in, and Ken just couldn't see enough of the green, it appears.
$7.
So just the blue, and he'll be one frame away. In it goes. He'll be mighty relieved, Igor Figueiredo, because when he missed that green for all money, he was handing the frame on a plate to Ken Doherty, but he managed to get the snooker or not leave enough of the green sticking out. Oh, look at the action he gets on the cue ball. Wow, there you go, Igor Figueiredo. The man from Brazil is now just one frame away from being the world senior snooker champion. He's got to win every frame from here on in.
Oh, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to spread the balls out. I thought for sure that he was going to hit the main pack there and spread the balls out, but he didn't. So he's been a little bit careful here.
Yeah, and a little bit fortunate once he got the double kiss.
Yes, of course. Oh, he knows what he has to do.
I think it's called sitting on your lead.
Yeah, the worst thing about sitting on your lead is that if your opponent comes, chips away at you, and all of a sudden you just feel this big wet wool blanket, sitting on your head, and like just completely taking all the light of day out of it, and your mind starts to go a little bit. But at least that's what people have told me.
Ken there, he didn't play off the main bunch as well. Oh, that's a nice kiss. Where's the gravel ball going? Well, it's a good safety now. Both players reluctant to play the aggressive safety. I can understand why Ken is, because he's at the point of no return. It's quite a big target, so come off one cushion just to nestle into the club. Oh, he's underhit this. He's underhit so badly. So badly, he's left the red onto the middle.
Doherty.
Is there a little bit of tension creeping into the arm?
One.
So this is the opportunity now that Ken was hoping for. As he was playing that black, you have noticed that red just below the cluster. That is a red to play for. In a few shots' time, leave yourself low on it, and in potting it, bring other reds into play. That's the red I'm thinking. If you can get low on that red, and in potting it, bring the other reds into the open. So it's a good chance. Need good control of the cue ball, though. And don't miss anything easy, which has always been the #1 rule in snooker.
17.
Now then, he can't get on that red I was talking about. Is he going to go into the cluster now, or will he play for the one loose red? He's going into the cluster now. Always need a bit of luck. Change your plan. Change your plan. And I don't blame him. You go into the cluster, you trust to luck a little bit. He's still got
24.
that red that's just separated from the cluster to play on.
25.
Now he can play on it.
Yes, that was well played. He only had one shot to actually get to this position, and he played it very well. And the key here is to finish low on the red. He's finished. He can actually spread the balls a bit here, but or spread a ball. Is that the right way to say it? Spread a ball.
Well, it's a ball.
A ball.
It's one ball is a ball.
Okay. Another good shot here.
But he's still got the problem of that bunch of reds.
40.
How does he get into them?
41.
How does he get into them? He's got a bit of an angle on the black. This frame could come down to this shot. Now then, how's your luck? I'm looking at Ken's body language.
48.
He could have been on something easy. He's got a red to the right centre. Is he even looking at this red? Is he going to play it in the far left corner, in off the yellow? He is! Now, we don't want this yellow to come up to the cue ball and hamper him. Well, surely the yellow's not going to hamper his cueing for the black. No, he can cue past it. Oh, he put a quick one in at a vital time. Just when it looked to be going so well, and he's done all the hard work. He's got all the reds in the open. And not for the first time, has left them there for his opponent. Well, he's okay. Lost the cue ball, but he's got yellow as the backup. Another one that used all the pocket. I think he's feeling it a little bit, Cliff. He won the last frame. I hope Jeremy's enjoying this. It's touch and go at the moment.
Yeah, that looked a little dicey there, but he's back nicely on the red. Not surprising, you know. He just might be thinking ahead a little bit, but it's not a great thing. I mean, you're thinking about receiving the trophy, all the confetti coming down, and your wife is there, the money. Brazil will be happy, and it's back to the job at hand. It's amazing how your mind can wander, John, but
11.
This doesn't look good for Ken, but Igor basically has to clear up.
Yeah, that's true. And that green he missed in the last frame. Okay, he got away with it and he won the frame, but it'll still be in his mind. He'll take no pot for granted.
18. $19.
He's got a nice angle on the black. There's a couple of reds he can play for. Looks like he's playing for the red that's top side of the pink. He didn't push that cue through as well as he has been doing. I think he's on this red. But it
26.
Certainly wasn't his best strike of the match. Just got the feeling, there. He took an inordinate amount of time to play that. And this will be a sign for Ken Doherty. If he can raise his game, he's not out of this.
Yes, you could feel that, couldn't you? You could see that he spent a little bit of extra time on that shot. He probably maybe should have just sort of stood up and did the process again. But now Ken is, he's got to be very heartened by that miss and a chance to win this frame.
9.
Yeah, and Ken will know that it's doable because in, I think it was 2019, Ken was in the final against Jimmy White and he was 4-0 up. And Jimmy came back and beat him 5-4.
16.
So the applause was to tell you that Ken has got to snookers required. And I just get the feeling, Cliff, there's plenty of snooker left in this match now.
What a situation we could be leading up to here. Still a ways to go yet, but obviously 4-2, and then you can think, well, if I lose this one, I'm only going to be ahead by one, and then if I lose that one, we're tied. It's amazing how your mind can just sort of leave the track, so to speak. But anyways, they're both wonderful players, and they'll be able to stop the rot, as they say. But Ken's got this victory lap for this frame going on, so just getting some practice in.
Yeah, getting ready for the next frame. Doesn't matter about the brown. Well, it does matter if you want to carry on. Bit of potting practice. As I say, Ken's mind will be firmly on the next frame. Well, nice to see that Ken can have a little joke with the audience. That tells me that he's feeling a bit more relaxed. And as I say, he'll be getting the vibes from Igor Figueiredo that, well, there is a chance, and he cleared the table completely. Well, folks, we might have a match on, but Ken Doherty still back firmly against the wall. He trails 4 frames to 2. Frame 7. Just got the feeling that after that last frame that there may be a little twist or two here before we get to know who's going to pick up the trophy. And an interesting change of tactic I see here, Cliff, is that Ken, early on in this match, was playing attacking safeties off the main punch. Now he's just prepared to keep it tight. Because obviously he can't risk anything, because his next mistake could be his last.
Yeah, that's very true, John. Well, when you only have to win a couple of frames, we'll say, like to tie a match up in a best of 9, you don't want to be, you don't have to be aggressive, to be honest with you, especially after seeing your opponent miss a couple of easy shots in the last couple of frames, and that's that does register as a plus in your own mind, but also the player that missed the shots is probably starting to get a little bit uncomfortable, because Igor only has to win 1 frame now, and of course, with what we've talked about, it being so meaningful to win, pressure could be coming on now.
Yeah, that's one of Ken's best safety shots. He needs to be quick here. He's running down the clock. 5, 4, 3. Well, in the end, that's the shot clock. He just had to hit it and hope. And considering that, he couldn't have hoped for much better. In the game of snooker, we'd call that a result. He'd run out of time. He just thought, well, I better hit a red. And Ken will be feeling a little bit aggrieved. He's got to cover the path to that red near the right corner. Needs to miss the yellow. He flicked the yellow, but I think it's okay. He's got the cover. Bit thick, but because there's a couple of reds further up the table, it's not the most difficult cover. Got to catch this thin. And you always need to miss the brown on this shot for it to be a good safety. And it is. So Ken, his safety play's just going up a notch, which it needs to be, but hang on. There's a path to this red. Well, that was a mistake from Ken. The one thing he couldn't do was leave a clear shot at that red. And now he's got to sit down, Ken, and just hope that Igor doesn't win frame and match at this visit. Well, we've had good crowds this week and they've really enjoyed it. Just shows you now, I mean, he's been playing this throughout the tournament, Igor, well, averaging about 17, 18 seconds a shot. He's just giving it that extra bit of time, and you can hear that clock starting to tick down on occasions. Just making certain of everything. Looks like this red goes, but not guaranteed position.
Eight.
Well, he managed to hold it, and he's got the black.
He's going to have to play a good shot to stay at this end. Certainly has to play a cannon onto the top red. No, he missed it. And will the red pass the two reds? I don't think so. He's
15.
He'll be stretching a bit here.
Yeah, I think there's one red he's got to the right corner, but it's not straightforward. Because you feel as though you're going to run into other balls, so no guarantee of position. Oh, well, he'll settle for that. He's not two in. He's finished nicely on the black. And all he has to do is roll the black in, and there's a red that he's on, no problem. That was a good run of the ball.
But a good pot once again, John.
24.
Wow. If you can finish on a color now, with the balls starting to spread up more and more. I still call that awkward cueing, just a little bit there, but well.
Yeah, the potting angle he had on the red forced him to go up for a baulk colour, so now it's just a case of getting back to the business end. He'd like to have been closer on the red than this. It's not so much the pot, it's position on the colour, which is a little bit more difficult now. Oh, well, he steered that in. Nearly missed it. Just watch his body movement here. Well, he didn't steer that one in. But the question I ask, what red did he play on? Well, Ken down pretty quick, so he must be on this red, this low red. Oh, so close, but not there. Has he got the cover? Has he got the cover? Obviously he has. He's trying to swerve round. Could pot this. No. I have to say at the moment, Cliff, Igor's having a nice run of the balls.
He sure is, but boy, is he ever, the shots that he's missing, it's because he has a lot of movement with his body right now. But, he's potted a few like that too, but an opportunity for Ken. Oh, yeah, you just have to think that whoever pots the first ball wins here, and there's about 8 reds left.
You could see that red there. It only just went in the pocket. He's trying to pinch a bit off the right jaw. Trying to pinch too much. Oh, but that's a good pot. And that's a nice little flick off the yellow, which gives him the yellow. Nice angle to come back down at the reds. 30 points to lead. It's not obvious which red he can play on. Well, he's decided to play the green. He thinks that gives him a better chance. Played that with a lot of right-hand side. Thought if he comes down the right half of the table, we'll have choices for reds to go on, but he's not landed perfect on any of them.
But a good shot nonetheless, just with so much right-hand side on that shot.
Five.
I was happy to see that one go in.
Now, the shot is the cannon, but the way he's feeling, I'm not certain what he's going to play for. He played the right shot, and it's worked out nicely. So he has a run to the winning line. Just a case now of holding yourself together. Big moments.
Eleven.
Well,
didn't quite get a hold of that one, John.
No. Just seems those, at the moment, those tricky shots just not getting the cue through. But he's coped with it nicely. So we'll look at the scoreboard. 47 points the lead.
18.
82 remaining. 3 reds, 3 high-value colours. And he'll be the World Seniors Snooker Champion.
19.
It's a bit thinner on this blue than he would like, so he's looking at an alternative. It's just that controlling the cue ball now a little bit more difficult. Does it reach? Does it reach? Oh, just! A few deep breaths there. And that's it, the fist pump. He knows now. He's on the black. He pots the black. He'll go 61 points in front with just 59 remaining. Absolutely superb. The way Ken Doherty started in this match with a break of 100, he laid down the gauntlet, but he never flinched. Okay, the last couple of frames, he's missed 1 or 2 shots, but that's understandable. It's a big, big moment for Igor. And now he's just relishing potting these balls because there's no way back to the table for Ken Doherty.
The Welsh say that they'll be singing in the valleys tonight. They'll be singing on the beaches tonight, John.
Yeah, I mean, Brazil not somewhere I've ever associated with snooker, mainly because of the climate. You know, you always love the football they play, but I'll tell you what, he plays a lovely brand of snooker.
47.
Yes, it's quality, and to come from a system like that, that even 20 years ago they didn't have many 6x12 tables, and look at this, wonderful performance. Proud Brazilian, and earned this title convincingly.
Yes, you can point the finger at Ken after that great start. Never really produced, but then that was the pressure that was put on him by Igor. I mean, to come out in the second frame as he did and made that marvellous break of 72, and it could have been a century of his own. He said to Ken, You're not frightening me.
63.
And considering the way his heart must be pounding, he's kept himself together to pot these balls. And it'd be
66.
fitting now if he could clear the table. I'm sure there'll be a lot of emotion. It'll be running through his veins as we speak.
70.
And Ken, of course, being the sportsman, will be the first one to congratulate him.
75.
What a moment for Igor Figueiredo, and what a moment for snooker in Brazil.
81.
Absolutely superb. What a performance that was. Absolutely top draw. Ken Doherty laid it down to him, but boy did he respond. That is an absolutely marvellous performance. Camilla, his wife, is over the moon, and so she should be. Igor Figueiredo, what a performance. You are the world senior snooker champion 2024. Well played.
Ken, all of us who've been privileged enough to know you and enjoy your friendship over the years know how desperate you were to complete the slam, but he was just too good today, wasn't he?
He just played fantastic. I got off to a good start, but he came back really strong, put some great balls and made some really good breaks. And finished off in style. Had a few chances, got a little bit close towards the end, but he deserved to win. He played much better than me today.
And that miss on the green, spoken like a true champion, that miss on the green allowed him to then get within one of the line, but then you kept the dream alive and you closed the gap. You never gave up.
No, I mean, it's part of being a sportsman. You should never give up and always keep trying. But yeah, I just felt a bit short. But I just say congratulations to Igor. He's a great guy, and good luck to him, and well done.
Can you continue to be a brilliant ambassador for snooker? The seniors title will come 1 year, surely. From your runner-up, Ken Doherty, to the first South American champion we have ever had in snooker, Igor Figueiredo, you've made history.
Really, I don't have words for this moment. Between the game, I have one film in my head, every shot. I just want to control my emotion because this is too strong for me, too strong.
It's an incredible journey and an incredible story, because people may or may not know that you had to give up your tour card because you were unable to fund your passion for snooker. Hopefully, there's somebody watching somewhere in the world who can help you get back on the main tour, because you are such a credit to the sport and you really deserve this moment.
Really, I have these dreams to back. I think my age is just one number. But I have a feeling very young on the table, just more supporting to come me back and help my country, help the Americas.
And it's brilliant what you've done already, and there is more to come. You're now guaranteed an appearance in the Champion of Champions in November. So you're coming back to the UK just before Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. So good for me. Yeah, very special moment to play another champions together. I'm walking the Hollywood star. Yeah, okay.
And just a word for your wife, Camilla. You've been beaming backstage all week, saying that she has been your lucky mascot, and she really has been.
Yeah, my wife is very important for my life. Yeah, supporting me a lot. Only have one person, up her. My God. Thank you, God. Thank you, everything. Thank you so much. She gave me a lot of support. Really, my life changed a lot.
Igor, you have given us a lot. Enjoy collecting that trophy in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Igor Figueiredo. And now, please welcome your presentation party onto the set to confirm the medals. Jason Francis, chairman of the World Senior Snooker, and John Virgo, 1979 UK champion and ambassador of the World Seniors Tour. The silver medal. What a week and what an ambassador he is for our sport. The one and only Ken Doherty. And the winner, receiving a guaranteed place in the Champion of Champions, a cheque for £20,000, the trophy and the title 2024 Mr. Vegas World Seniors Champion, Brazil's one and only Igor Figueiredo. He's already touched the trophy once, but here he goes again. Your champion, Igor Figueiredo.